All right, all right. Good times, good times, good times. Welcome to A Weekend for Love. This is a community for couples, y'all. It's a community for couples who want to thrive at marriage. This is a place where dope marriages thrive. And this is a place where, as a married couple, whether you're single, whether you are a seasoned couple, whether you're newlyweds, whether you're somewhere in between, welcome to A Weekend for Love, which is a luxury marriage retreat, but it's also a community where you come and upgrade your marriage. Because what we know about marriages is if you don't put them first, you will feel like you're last in your own relationship. So tonight we're talking about intimacy. My name is Dr. Alduan Tartt. I am one fourth of the founders of A Weekend for Love. My wife Mecca Tartt right now can't be with us tonight. She is on double baby duty right now. We have a 4-month-old and a 5-year-old, and they're having some technical issues, y'all. So she's handling that. All right. But I am esteemed enough to have the co-founders and good friends of ours who are, I think they might be in Aruba, they might be in
Oh,
Bali.
stop.
I don't know where they are. They travel all the time, right? So Michelle and Dewayne Gainey, or Dewayne and Michelle Gainey. Dewayne and Michelle, tell the people where you are. What's going on?
Yeah, so it you said technical difficulties. We had some of our own today. I was traveling for business and my flight plans did not come through as they were supposed to. And so Dwayne picked me up from the airport. We're on our way home, but it just means that we had to pivot and do this in the car.
All right, you know what? Couples understand because to be married with kids or to be married and have multiple businesses, these things happen. All right. But guess what still has to happen, whether there's kids and where there's business? What still has to happen, Dwayne, when y'all get home?
Oh, really?
Right, right. So tonight, y'all, we're talking about intimacy. It's so easy for me to put Dwayne on the spot since Mecca not here. I can cut up. I can cut up because tonight we're talking about intimacy. We're talking about emotional intimacy, but we're also talking about physical and sexual intimacy in relationships. All right. So you're in the right place if you want to talk about intimacy. One in quick stat: 1 in 6 couples are regarded as sexless marriages because they have not had intimacy in the last 6 months. All right, 1 in 6 couples. So anyone who's married knows that intimacy is not something that's always easy. Like sometimes you have to kind of figure it out. Like, man, it's like tonight, like Dwayne has to figure out, does Michelle want to do this after traveling? Michelle has to figure out. I mean, Dwayne has had to go days or weeks. I'm not sure how long she was in Paris or wherever Michelle travels, right? However long she's gone, is he expecting certain things? So couples have to understand interests. Let me start with you all, Gainey. Let's talk about it. All right. And I want y'all to chime in on the chat. I want y'all to comment. This is a great topic, and one of the topics we'll discuss at A Weekend for Love. We actually have a nightcap experience that we'll tell you about that is designed for those of you who attend to enhance your sexual intimacy. We want to keep the spice inside of your marriage. All right. All right. So let me ask you this, Dwayne and Michelle. What are some tips couples can use, or things they can do to ignite their marriage? Because y'all have the receipts. Y'all been married how long?
21 years right now.
Oh, 21 years. So y'all have 2 decades of having to do new things, keep things spicy, right? Through 3 kids. All right. So what are some tips that couples can use, or things they can do to ignite intimacy in their marriage?
But the good news is, I think most guys are pretty easy to please. We just, I don't feel like we change up much, but I have to make sure that I take care of the missus so that she gets what she needs out of it.
I mean, for me, that goes back to communication, right? So this whole idea of we've been together for 21 years, so we should know what each other wants or expects, um, doesn't always set you up for success. And I think it's important to continue to communicate your needs, your wants, your desires, how you're feeling today, how you can, help me out with the kids, the house, so I can have more energy. But I think communication is one of, it may not be very sexy, but it is certainly important to, make sure that you are in touch with the needs of your partner.
Hi- Dwayne, I think what Michelle is talking about is something called chore play. Are you familiar with that term, chore play?
No, I was thinking you was going to probably say more like pillow talk, but is that the same?
Well, you know what? Chore play is where you take care of the chores, all right, so
Ah,
that
I
your
got you.
wife has energy for you. That's what Michelle was saying. She was saying, you
Yeah,
can take care of my mommy duties or some household chores. She can spend time luxuriating, getting ready, stretching. I don't know what y'all do, man. Whatever the pregame is, she can do that so she can get ready for you. Do y'all practice chore play? Couples out there, do you communicate about what would actually give you the energy to be with your partner? Dwayne and Michelle, do y'all practice chore play? Oh, Michelle's
yes,
looking at you, Dwayne. I'm getting you in trouble,
definitely,
brother.
definitely. We do communicate. She does let me know how I can do certain things around the house, and once you tell her, you just have to take it upon yourself to do more of it. She's not going to tell me everything and every single detail of what helps, but when I surprise her by folding clothes and doing laundry, or making sure dinner's cooked and the kids are done down to bedtime, that she can relax and get her mind right, that goes a long way.
All right. Well, let me ask you this. Y'all have 2 decades in the game. All right. And there are times in which couples can easily not be on the same page when it comes to intimacy. Like one person is thinking,
Yep.
yes, tonight, and the other person is thinking, like, not tonight. All right. How do you all handle getting on the same page about what's getting ready to happen or
It,
not?
it's really important because I feel like that's where the resentment starts to build. When you've got these unspoken expectations. I feel like I'm giving the cues, I'm giving the signs, and he's not picking up on it.
Hold on, what cues we talking about, Michelle? Because men are interested. Like sometimes y'all cues are like some. What cues
And
do you
then I
give
go to
Dwayne?
bed,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
then I
yeah,
go
yeah.
to
It's like deciphering code. Believe me when I tell you.
bed. And then I go to bed angry because he didn't pick up on it. And I sometimes you just gotta be outright with it. But I think that we that's where we get in trouble when we feel like the other person should be picking up on the cues. They should, they should know, they should understand. Communication really is a big part of making sure that you're in tune with each other and that you're understanding what the other person wants.
I'm really appreciating this because Michelle is incredibly private, right? I know she's gonna get me because I'm not gonna go in, but for her to be able to share this, y'all, this is a treat, y'all. I mean, this is amazing. I'm gonna play the lottery tonight. It's going down. But well, so what Michelle's talking about is, and Dwayne are talking about is, I'll ask it. I'll drop this in the chat for you all. Is whose role in your marriage is it to initiate lovemaking? All right. Whose role in your marriage is it to initiate love making? I'll talk about Mecca since she's not here, right? So in our marriage, one of the things that Mecca does to let me know that she wants things to happen is she lights candles, right? So if I come home and there's candles, she is saying it needs to go down tonight. It needs to go down tonight, right? That means she has waited as long as possible. She's given whatever tips, and now the candles are lit. So couples, what do you do, right? What do you do? And I'll be transparent. I just how do I just initiate. I just initiate. All right. I don't think I send signals. I am very much a Pisces. 7 o'clock, I may not want to make love. I might watch a Rihanna video or something at 7:30, and then I want to make love at 7:45. All right. So some people think this all day. Some people are just the spur of the moment. So she knows at any point in time I may change my mind, and then I would initiate. Dwayne and Michelle, did y'all have to have a conversation about who would initiate, or is it just a dance that y'all just kind of, y'all have known each other long enough, y'all can just feel it out.
I think it is a dance. I think we both appreciate the other person initiating. So it's not a situation where it's all one person. I think it's just as important for a man to feel wanted and desired as it is for a woman. So I don't think that it's all one sided for us.
Yeah. Okay. So a lot of people that they have gender roles. There's some in some marriages, they don't feel like it's okay for a woman to initiate. And some men are like, no, I wish you would initiate because I like to feel desired as well. I'm gonna tell on Mecca when we first got married. She woke up in the morning like, "What happened last night?" I'm like, "What you mean?" She was like, "I initiated and you didn't respond." I said, "How did you initiate?" She said, I said, "I rubbed you on the back."
Yeah, like what?
Yeah, I thought you were rubbing me on the back because you needed something. You want to talk about something. I didn't want to talk, so I did play sleep because I thought you were telling me to wake up to do something. I didn't. Let me tell you what initiation is. All right, initiation is touching me in a special place. Initiation is whispering something provocative in my ear. Initiation for me is not giving me an option. I like assertive
Yes,
initiation,
for
right?
sure. Because I've been confused in the past when, I'm supposed to, you know, have or share not only foreplay, but I'm supposed to be affectionate. And affectionate involves touching, and I have to understand. I try to understand if I'm being touched, that don't automatically mean that intimacy is next. I have to learn to accept being touched without intimacy sometimes. And
But
to
isn't
me, as a
touch
dude, I
intimate?
get kind of confused.
Isn't touch intimacy though? All intimacy is not sex.
To a woman. All right, I'm putting
Sure,
that out
that's
there,
right. That's right. That's
right? I mean, but you're right. But no, there's a mix. I mean, Michelle and Dwayne, you're both right. There's a mix. Like according to studies, a certain percentage of your touch needs to be outside of sex. All right, you can hold hands in the movies. All right, if the only time you touch your wife or you touch your husband is to initiate sex, chances are you're not being intimate, emotionally intimate enough. So you should caress a woman's hair. Let me take that back. Black women don't like that. All right. So you should the smaller her neck, or whatever. Y'all couples, I see y'all. I know, whatever. But to be able to touch and to build, especially, let me share this, to y'all. One of the ways that you can have better lovemaking is to actually have extended foreplay, which means that you actually touch for longer. The research recommends sometimes 10, 15 minutes to actually increase anticipation to where you don't take it to sexual intimacy, or at least I'm trying not to get in trouble here but whatever, y'all are grown, right? Y'all are grown to not go to actual yeah, I don't want to get blocked, but y'all get what I'm saying. Y'all are grown, all right?
And
But
I'll say that,
you
after
yeah.
20 years, I'm still learning. And, things I assume, I'm a Scorpio, so I get like a dog on a bone. You give me the open door, I'm going through it. And I'm jumping on her, and she's like, slow down, give me some, more foreplay. I've had to figure out that, it isn't always a rush game. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And that makes it even better, I think.
Yeah. And according to the research, the married couples have the best sex lives, right? But you have to communicate about it. You have to communicate. All right. So, so a tip, like, you want better lovemaking, you have to extend foreplay. Why? It increases the libido of both of you. It helps men have more stamina because more blood flow is going to that region. And for ladies, the juices and berries are flowing. So I'm trying to keep it PG-13 here, y'all. But we don't need to be PG-13 when you come to a weekend for love, because the experts whom we bring in and fly in actually talk about all the things you can do as a couple during the nightcap experience to be able to have better love making. So extended foreplay is going to increase your stamina and the sensation of the experience. All right. All right. It's funny to me. All right. Let me ask you this. All right. What do you think? Dwayne, what do you wish wives knew about intimacy? What do you wish they knew?
I wish they knew that men really can forget all our problems with a little foot rub and a little loving, and
Come on now.
we're there. Just it's just that easy. It's not complicated. It's not rocket science. Just know, we can be easily pleased and we move on and we'll rock with you.
Yeah, and it's the opposite for women. I can't connect with you physically until I'm emotionally there. He can check out. I can't.
Yeah, I mean, y'all did the gender roles, which is very, very common, but in our marriage, it's the complete opposite. If you ain't been talking nice to me, don't touch me. Y'all know I'm temperamental. Michelle and Dwayne know me. I'm temperamental. All right, so I'm cool and nice at 8, but you talk to me nasty at 8:11 and try and touch me at night. Like keep that same energy, right? Yeah, right. So you have to talk to me nice, and I actually like foreplay and when Mecca can be mad, right? In any place, anytime. All right, but to me, it is very much mood dependent. So it depends on the couple. But the Gainies are more like the norm. All right, they're more like the norm in that I've heard that women talk to connect, and men need to feel connected to talk. All right. So for Dwayne, sex me, and then I talk to you, and then Michelle is saying, if you talk to me, maybe you get
Yeah.
some action. So y'all might have to play rock paper scissors to figure out which one is happening on any given night. So both of you have your bridge, if you will, or your pathway to intimacy. But to keep it fair, Michelle, what is it that you feel that husbands, not necessarily you, but what husbands need, which you wish they knew about intimacy?
That it doesn't need to happen right before sex or right before it's like an all day situation, right? So the build up, the text in the middle of the day for no reason, the hug or the kiss before you leave for work, like that connection throughout the day helps to build up for the anticipation and just feeling like if I've been touched or romanced throughout the day, it definitely heightens the desire. Than if it's like, okay, how's your day? How you doing? Let's go.
Baby, I'm home. Let's go.
I love it. I love it. What are some resources that couples can go to in order to develop their intimacy or their marriage?
Well, I mean, I think we all understand how important it is in a marriage. That is one reason why we created a weekend for love. I think one of the highlights of our weekend is the nightcap event um, that we do during that weekend, where we bring experts that lead a very spicy session. Everybody has an amazing night, and everyone is very happy on Sunday morning. But I think it's just getting you out of the comfort zone of the normal day to day and just understanding tools and tips that you can bring into your relationship, to help you explore differently, talk differently, touch differently, even just as simple as looking into each other's eyes when you're so busy going every day that you haven't had a chance to do that in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep it real with you all. A part of keeping a satisfying sex life is always having a high level of eroticism. All right, I know that sounds weird saying, "Oh, we talking about eroticism inside of the marriage," but eroticism is about anticipation,
Yeah.
desire, trying new things as a couple, and that is why at a weekend for love, we want you to check us out at a weekendforlove.com so you can see what it's all about. We bring in the top experts when it comes to sex and intimacy. Because think about it, the Gamies have to keep it spicy for 22. We have to keep it spicy through 3 children, 13 years, however long we've been married. We have to keep it spicy through all that time, right? But so how do you keep it interesting? How do you have desire and eroticism with the same person for 20, 30, 40 years? The answers are out there. All right. And so one of the resources from last year, there were a lot of different resources given. There were a lot of different pathways to pleasure that couples had never thought about, different things they could experience, and novelty. And like Michelle and Dwayne said, absolutely. Saturday night at a weekend for love. Husbands, I'm just going to sell you right this. If it's been a while, wives, if it's been a while, come be in a sexy atmosphere of couples where we cater to you. We bring in experts to help you to think about new things, to get in the mood, to look at your partner again, and just to feel that energy around the room. Now, no one's naked, y'all. Let me just be honest, right? It's not that kind of party, all right? But absolutely, you're going to be on the beach, romantic, kids, scintillating, new things to do. Oh yeah, yeah, that hotel gonna be rocking. All right, for a weekend for love, and you need that. You need that. All right. So we've enjoyed this time with you all. When it comes to a weekend for love, we we absolutely want you to avoid the mistakes that other couples make, which is putting your marriage last. When you put your marriage last, you're going to be on the brink of divorce. You're on the brink of divorce, right? So you want to avoid that. You don't want your marriage to slide down. And if you ignore it, it's going down, right? So the weekend for love, we want to be able to give you everything that you possibly can get. Michelle and Dwayne, tell them what they can expect at a weekend for love, the top marriage luxury retreat in the country.
Do you want to take it? Do you want me to? Well, I mean, I think it's all about creating an experience. I know for us in our marriage, being able to get out of the day to day of work and kids and chores and everything that has to be done is so important to connect one on one. Try new things. You know, being able to laugh and have fun and connect with other couples, like it's something that we all enjoy, or that the two of us enjoy, and then I feel like really makes a weekend for love very special for other couples.
And for the fellas, you get more tools for the toolbox. We all think we got it all, but one of the things that we learn is that there's some secrets and extra gear you can pick up that they bring in and share with us that can help bring some excitement back and touch and feely stuff that makes everything really exciting, especially on that Saturday night after the hours.
Yeah. And let me just keep it real with y'all. All right. A recent study was done that showed that more than business success, men wanted to succeed at marriage. So if they had to pick succeed at marriage or succeed at business, it was surprising that men pick succeeding at marriage as actually higher than succeeding at business. Now, we know you want to succeed at both. So, men, what I'm telling you is that at the end of the day, they're gonna look at us as men as to why the marriage couldn't work. Whether that's fair or not, they're gonna look and say it just didn't work out. You couldn't get it done for whatever reason, right? So husbands, you want to think about it. Think about the cost of things not going well. Think about the cost if you're on the brink of divorce. Yeah, do y'all know, Dwayne and Michelle? Do you know how much divorce costs?
We do not. At least I don't.
Yes, you do. Half. It costs half. It costs half of that car, half of them freaking flower miles y'all have, half of that beautiful house, half the time with the kids. It costs half, right? And so if we're not actively maintaining our marriages and pouring into them the way we're pouring into our businesses and pouring into other things, the beautiful marriage that you have built is at the jeopardy, right? And for some of you, and typical client that comes to us is a very well-off couple. That money is not an issue for couples that typically attend a weekend for love. So there is a lot on the line. So we want to make sure that you check out a weekend for love, not just because you're on the brink of divorce, but because you also want to go to the next level of building legacy and like your wife and like your husband. All right. So registration is open. Registration is open now for a weekend for love. All right. Content coming in the next couple of weeks. The Lion's Den, where Dwayne and I sit down and talk all things men, all things husbands, and we talk about how our wives need to cook more, right? And what they need, and how we should be. It should be
We'll see how that works
food,
out for you.
intimacy, foot rub, right? So men, it's a place where men can talk about marriage unapologetically in the Lion's Den. And then we have date night coming. All right, we have a date night experience for you. If you're looking for some creative ideas, we talk about keeping it spicy. And then we have candid conversations with other experts and couples walking the same journey, all those things. So make sure that you join our Facebook community. All right. We're going to drop that link right there in the chat for you to join our Facebook community. That's how you're here now. So tell your friends about it. Share. Remember, A Weekend for Love is happening September 30th through October 2nd at the Henderson Resort and Spa. So it is a very 5-star experience for you because you deserve the best. You deserve the backdrop for everything that's going to happen. Check us out at A Weekend for Love. And quick question before the Gainies give their final remarks, because they're sitting outside the house. Michelle is rubbing on Dwayne's knee. Dwayne is telling the kids to go to bed or asking the oldest one to take the other kids out for dessert, even though it's school night. I know how he operates. We had a couple come to A Weekend for Love, and they shared that one of the things that was stressing them is that they could not get on the same page about intimacy because they were having trouble with having a child. All right. And so it was a very emotional issue for them because one felt like trying was the only way. Another one felt like it was a path towards disappointment. And it was costing them their intimacy and bleeding over into their marriage. And we had a session about how to resolve conflict, and another session about how to specifically talk about sex and intimacy and feel your partner without disagreeing, without arguing. How do you feel one another? And Michelle and Dwayne don't know this, but this particular couple is actually called Mecca yesterday and is actually expecting a child based
Oh,
on A
great.
Weekend for Love being able to get on the same page. So at Weekend for Love, we believe in being fruitful and multiplying. Now, for those of you who are done, all right, we're not saying that, right? But if you're looking to have an amazing experience, you're looking to take your intimacy to the next level, you want your husband or wife to get the language, the lingo, and also the community of other couples who are talking about intimacy candidly and unapologetically, we invite you to register for A Weekend for Love. Right? You don't have to make the mistakes. You can actually get the answers. Dwayne and Michelle, any final words before you all go in and create a fourth child?
That's not happening, but um, I thank you for your patience, everybody. Sorry we had to do this in the car, but we just got to make it work sometimes, and that's what we had to do. But we are definitely excited to continue the conversation with everyone in the Facebook community, as well as in person at the retreat. We do this not just for ourselves, but for the community of successful marriages that we want to grow, and that we want to have friends that have dope marriages that we can all connect with and do life with.
I second that.
All right. Y'all know what Dwayne came to do. All right, y'all. So we're excited. Thank you for joining us at the Weekend for Love. Join that Facebook community. Go ahead and register. And we'll let you know about the culture of Weekend for Love. Is a lot of people bring friends, right? Because you want to be able amongst friends. So we had like 8 couples, I think, one from Texas. Let's make sure y'all take Texas out by bringing your friends, bring your church, bring your church, bring your friends, bring your cousins, bring your brother and your sister, because being in the community of marriages where there's dope marriages, strong marriages, can heal your marriage and take it to the next level. You can be the solution. All right. So I know y'all have things to do. We hope y'all enjoyed this. Share this. We'll see you in the Facebook community, and we'll see you again next time at A Weekend for Love. Take care. God bless.